on the topic of music, and we have an artist that we can still give our flowers to since they're here.
And this deserves his flowers, man.
He does, Mr. J.I.D.
Yes, the Forever
Story.
Sequel to the Never Story.
Right. Which I listened to when it came out for sure, because I remember hearing J.I.D. just on some songs and freestyles in the past and being like, dang, this is like Kendrick and Wayne just had a baby, bro. I was like, I fuck with this because Kendrick and Wayne are two of my top 5 artists all the time. Mm-hmm. And so, the Never Story was great. And then, anytime he makes an appearance on anything, like, he kills it.
Oh, you know it's time. Like,
you know what time it is.
Like, definitely one of my favorite artists. The Never Story has been one of my low-key favorite projects of all time. Like, it's not one, like, if you ask one of my favorite projects, it's not the one I'm going to think of, but, like, when it's on, I'm like, oh, this is the one. Mm-hmm. Like, this is that shit type shit. Yeah. And it's definitely always been on my playlist. I first discovered J.I.D off of Division, actually. I think, because Division, I saw the YouTube video for it. And I think, what's his name? Olu was like hanging from American flag or something in the video. And I think I just saw I saw someone reacting to the video. I was like, oh, I gotta check these niggas out type shit. Like, this is some fire shit. And ever since then,
it's been on and popping.
It's been on. He got one of my favorite. Never, one of my favorite songs of all time. Got one of my, the beat switch on that song, so fire. Starts with one of my favorite lyrics,
which is. That's like the best theme for him, and because I've been to one J.I.D concert, and that's like the highlight portion of his concert. This shit's so funny. He has one of my favorite lyrics too, and Strawberries with BJ the Chicago Kid, and he was like,
got a couple of abortions, now that pussy's a haunted house.
I was like,
bro, this nigga is crazy, bro.
He cold. That's a crazy line. I don't even know I don't know if anybody said that before. That's crazy. Yeah. Saying in a rap, and the way he flowed it, it's like, ugh.
No, that nigga is different with it for sure. Another thing I like about this album too is that I was watching a few interviews leading up to it, and actually the album cover for this, since it is a sequel project, the album cover for this is like the picture version of the Never Story cover. Yeah, so he acted it out on all that shit. I'm like, damn, that shit is fire as fuck.
Yeah, I feel like J.I.D is gonna have a super long career just in entertainment. Like, he's a great rapper, and I know that's gonna be always at his core. But I can see him branching into like how Joey does acting. Like, he just seems like a great entertainer. Like, he has the voice for it. He can do voice acting. He could be Riley from Boondocks if he wanted to. That'd be crazy.
That'd be fire.
That'd be fire. But nah, like, I feel like that's represented on this album. It was very it was very, what's the word? Like, narrative in a sense. Like, storytelling was great. All the instrumentals was like theatrical. And I don't know, he's just a great artist. Like, I still am struggling to find like a hard opinion on the album, even though I enjoy it a lot. But it's like, when it comes to art, it's so hard to just be like, yes, this, and that. It's like, it's just good art.
Yeah, it's good. I love it. I want to see it in concert. Like, I'm in the process.
He needs to announce that shit.
Oh yeah, definitely. I need to see that nigga in concert and in person, bro. Like, that shit needs to happen. But yeah, I'm in the process of learning all the lyrics to all the songs, which is a daunting task for a J.I.D album. But I did it with the Never Story. I'll do it again. Well, let's start at the top. What's the first song?
Galaxy.
Just
a little intro track, and then goes into Radar track 2.
Yeah.
You don't do that. That's not, you can't start an album with that energy, because like, don't do that, bro.
Radar is one of my favorite songs off of this fucking project, bro.
Radar is one of my favorite songs of the year, bro.
That ass. Like,
that song is so good.
At first, because of J.I.D, I thought it was a beat switch because Galaxy is so short.
Yeah.
But like, when I realized it was his own song, I was like, bro, this shit just, the way he came in with that shit, bro.
Nah,
I got the shit you can play for your mama.
I got the shit you can play for the hoes.
And it took me a while to be like, why would he whisper that part? But because you can play it from your mama, if she's listening, I was like, oh, bro, genius.
No, bro.
That shit was hard, bro. That shit was hard.
Nah, the beat on that shit goes crazy. It's J.I.D rapping on it, which is always just goes stupid. He was really like, he was just winning on this fucking track. Like I said, it's one of my favorite songs on the fucking album. Like you said, one of my favorite songs on the year, honestly. Dance Now Then, that was a single.
Oh, before we go on to Dance Now, let me just say, he has one of the best lines of the year in the second part of Radar, when he says,
cracking the whip, whipping the crack, just like them crackers that did to the
times. I was like,
bro, he got
that's
a few
like a
of those.
quadruple entendre, bro.
He got a few of those.
Oh
like,
my
we're going to talk
goodness.
about it in a little bit in the song that comes out. What's it called? Fucking Crack Sandwich? Bro.
Yeah.
Crack Sandwich is crazy, too, bro. But no.
Dance Now was I think it was the second lead single after Surround Sound.
Oh, yeah. Surround Sound came out a while ago.
It came out long ago. And then Dance Now came out. And he's been actually doing a lot of good press on, performing it on, different nighttime
Night
TV.
shows,
night shows and shit. I think that's the one that they're pushing really heavy. It's a great song, too.
Yeah, Dance Now was a great song. Fucking...
The VMAs, he performed on the VMAs. The way he flows on the beat, too, like, he does something that I haven't heard in a minute to where, like, if he has 8 bars, he's going to hit every single 2 or 4, like, every one of his words are going to hit on the beats, like, perfectly.
Yeah, he's truly, like, I feel like a master of his craft. And, like, he also can... He's so versatile in terms of his flows. And, I mean, even on this album as well, when we get to later tracks, he starts singing on some of them, too. And I'm like, bro, like, he's just... He literally can do it all type of shit. I feel like, honestly, it's like one of those, like, Tyler, where he just has, like, literally... He checks out every fucking box of the complete... Like... J.I.D. makes projects, and we've talked about it before. Certain artists just make like a collection of songs they call it an album, but J.I.D. makes a full
body work
project. Body work. Like it has like an energy around it. It feels complete. It's just a great.
I don't even like listening to this album if it's not through. Like,
oh yeah, you got.
I hate putting projects like this. I can't put them on shuffle unless I just only listen to a couple of the songs. But like if I know I want to listen to this album, is not going on shuffle, bro.
Honestly, the way I've been listening to the album the most often is I have a playlist called Never Forever, and it's just Never Story into Forever Story, and that is fucking great. As soon as fucking 2007 clears, bro, it's gonna be crazy.
Fire. That's dope. But nah, Crack Sandwich is hard, too.
Crack Sandwich is crazy. He got a story with his his siblings and fighting in the fucking nightclub or outside the club, bro. That shit was... I don't know, that shit low-key, one, it made me want to get in a fight type shit.
Lord have mercy.
I don't know, it just got that energy where it's
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, just hanging with your siblings and shit. And I mean, there's always that unspoken shit with your siblings. If you have siblings, you know that, like, you be fighting and fucking with each other, but as soon as, like, someone else fucks with you, like, oh, it's on. Like, it's over. Like, we not playing games no more.
It could even be with, like, your parents. Yeah, like, y'all could be hating each other. The second your parents start hating you, it's like, man,
nah,
we on that.
Right? No, I don't know which one of his sisters, but one of them is recanting the story at the end of it, which I feel like is great too. This project, he talked about his family a lot, which I really enjoy. It gives more insight into his life, which I always like when like J.I.D. has been one of those rappers who like has kind of hit on it, but not super. And I always like that insight. It's
been more rippity-rappity.
Yeah, but it's like when they get into it and reveal that, it just makes it feel like you can understand the art from a better place, like type shit.
Yeah, you start appreciating like the levels of their talent and skill beyond just like, oh, you can rhyme these words and you can, make a little story sound cool. But like when you get a project like this, it's like, oh, now you're a writer. Like you're really on your pen. That song's gonna go crazy live. Can't Punk Me with everything.
I think I gotta hear this one live. Cause like this is one of my least favorite on the project, honestly.
Yeah, I don't like it, but I started hearing it live. I'm like, I can see what it's for. Especially if they do some like Wells Fargo and Can't Punk Me or some shit like that. Just like that continuous energy of songs.
And I mean, J.I.D. are they on the same track together. It's always gonna be crazy. They just have they have such a great relationship. Yeah, I mean, they came up together with fucking Spillage Village and all that. So like, it just makes sense. And like I said, it's not a bad song. It's just not my favorite song on the project. Like, I definitely think it has its place. I definitely think it will go crazy live and shit.
I think it's out of place, personally.
You think it's out of place? Yeah, where it comes in the album is a little bit strange.
But I don't necessarily know where it could go.
Yeah, I don't know where
But, like, so I guess you gotta put it there. But I think the song's gonna go crazy live. I'm excited to hear it live. But, yeah, just, like, in the flow of the album, I always end up skipping it because, like, it just doesn't match the mood that I'm on. I'm just, like, chilling and listening and, like, listening. And then he just comes around like, let me go ahead and hit that next button real quick.
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking of playlists, like you said, with, like, Wells Fargo and Stick and shit like that. It'll go crazy. But, like, going through the flow of the album, it does take me out of it a little bit. Especially after, like, yeah, the energy's up after that fight scene and shit. But, like, I don't know. It's not that up. That's a different type of up.
Yeah.
And then what's next? Surround
Sound.
The single that came out 52 fucking years ago.
I still fucking love that song.
I love that song.
That's such a good song to hear, bro.
It's honestly like, and this is Props 21 too. Like a lot of his features recently, I've been fucking with. When 21 came out, I did not fuck with. I'm not going.
Me neither.
I was not gonna hear any of that. I was like, that's cool. Like if y'all want to listen to that, go off. But like that is not for me. I'm cool on that type shit.
Yeah, the way he not even reinvented, but just like you can tell that he started taking a more serious approach to his craft. And that's why he's in these rooms with all these legendary, artists and millionaires, billionaires, Jay-Z and shit, like, because they realize that he started from the hood and everybody's gonna be on that shit. That's all he knew. So like it makes sense why he was making that music. But as he matured, his music matured. And I always respect when an artist can do that. Because like as a listener, I can look at 21 like listening to his features and how he's storytelling and spitting and be like, damn, I remember when he was on that no heart shit, that savage mode shit. And like look how far he's came. So I always appreciate that. And he had an amazing verse, one of my favorite of the year. Or whenever the fuck it dropped.
Yeah, me my money
one of my favorite verses of 2011 when this shit dropped.
That's great. But no, that shit is fire. I like Baby Tate's bridge too. I do want him to release the version of the full Baby Tate verse because apparently he asked for a bridge originally, and if you listen to her lyrics, you can hear it in the thing. She was talking about like that he wanted the bridge instead, but she said like a whole ass verse. He's like, wait, that's not what this is. How this works. Like, I don't got room for that type shit. I gotta come back into the beat.
I respect her being like, well, here, I'll just leave it just in case.
Just in case. But nah, I will say, I'm not the hugest fan of deluxes, but a version of surround sound with the Baby Tate full verse on it could go on a deluxe. I wouldn't be mad at that.
I think Kendrick has the best deluxe of all time with Untitled Unmastered. I feel like that's what deluxes should be for artists like this. Like, you don't necessarily need to have it unmixed and unmastered, but just release a separate project of all the B-sides or throwaways. Mm-hmm. And then, like, let your real fans be the ones that, like, have that to marinate with. Because, like, you can have your mainstream project, not your mainstream, but, like, your actual project. And then all the ones that didn't make the cut or didn't get cleared or whatever, you can throw that in a separate project. And then now it's like you have a whole nother album instead of just having a couple of tracks on the last one. People hopefully won't be like, where's the next album? When's this? It's like, we just gave you all these B-sides.
Yeah, here's the extra that you was asking about.
Because artists like J.I.D., they have hundreds and hundreds
of songs. He's definitely got some crazy shit in storage, bro. I can only fucking imagine, bro.
And I know all of them are in storage because the sample didn't clear.
Definitely.
Oh my god.
Because also fucking Crystal, his producer, bro, that he been working with, that nigga can find a sample, bro. That nigga be digging out some crazy shit. And it just fits, bro. It just works, man.
The song Westbrook has like, when I heard, that's when the first song that introduced me to Crystal, because that's like one of my favorite songs, especially with Ferg on the chorus, like, and then the beat switch, like, oh my god, yeah, he's a dirty producer, bro. I like the fact that he was a lot on that Dreamville project too. Like, you can tell they have a formula and it works, and they stay true to it while still making shit sound not the same every time.
But no, I definitely always love like rapper producer relationships like that, where like you said, it just clicks and they've been working together and they stay working together.
Like, and they don't make the same type of songs. Yeah. Like you can tell they both have that dynamic, artistic mindset where it's not like we're not only going to do this type of beat, this type of sound, these type of lyrics. We're going to explore together and create new shit. So. Sure.
Well, no, that's surround sound.
Next is
Cody Blue. Cody, that's the song you said you were stuck on, right?
This song blew me.
What?
I was like, I knew he had a voice. You can hear in the way he raps that he can sing a little bit. But this, I was like, and there's auto-tune in it, but you don't sound like this without having a decent voice and just knowing how to, control and harmonize and shit like that. But what were you about to say?
Did you hear the Tiny Desk that came out?
Yeah. Yeah,
he did perform Chloe Blue on the Tiny Desk, and I was like, oh yeah, this nigga. Because he prefaced it too. He was like,
bro.
Hold on, bro. Like, I'm just learning this shit, and like, I haven't really gotten to singing Dado. And then I'm like, bro, like, you can't do that and then fucking kill it, bro.
And I was worried, because when I hear Cody Blue, like, I can hear the auto-tune, like, kind of like correcting his pitch. And when I saw the NPR, the Tiny Desk performance, I was like, I wonder if he's going to do it. I didn't look at the comments because I was like, I'll be surprised. Then, like you said, he started prefacing it, and I was like, oh, shit, okay. Let me see what this sounds like. I wasn't down them, but I was like, auto-tune here. This is raw. You know what I'm saying?
Like, either you got it or you don't here. Like, this is...
And he was kind of pitchy, of course, but, like, I was like, nigga, you can sing, bro. Like,
yeah, I mean, like, of course, like, he's not a singer.
Yeah,
but,
exactly. But I was like, you got a voice, bro.
I was like, yeah, don't downplay yourself, bro. Like, come on, you did that shit. You was hanging.
Yeah, for real.
You know, like you said, was it you who said this is like a Negro spiritual?
Yeah.
Yes, that's true, bro. There's some songs that, like, if you know, like, you just feel that shit in your bones, bro. And just the way it come in, I don't know, the background vocals, bro, this shit is just crazy, man.
Just beautiful, man. Beautiful writing, for real.
No, like, this, he really did that shit. And, like, I don't know, I'm definitely always hesitant a little bit when rappers start singing on tracks. Like, it can get a little bit weird sometimes. It can get a little bit too auto-tuning, I feel like.
Yeah.
And especially when they start transitioning into that, like, sing rapping, I'm not the hugest fan of that. But, no, I think this was really well done. Like you said, there's a little bit of auto-tune and pitch correction and shit, but, like...
Every artist does that, so...
Right, like...
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Niggas been doing that shit. Even fucking not-rappers do that shit, so...
But speaking of bad pitch, what is it called? Burden, right?
Burden.
With Lil Durk, I hate the fact that I can hear Lil Durk sent-in verse. Like, the mixing on it doesn't sound the same. If they were in the same studio, I highly doubt it.
No,
like,
it
they
does
couldn't
not
have
sound
been.
like it.
Because, like, the pitch is kind of lower. It just sounds like it. I don't know. That's the only thing that throws me off about this song. Because I feel like it's alright, but, like, I can't go back to it because
it definitely feels a little bit like Lil Durk phoned that shit in. Like, it was kind of just like a last-minute type shit, which I don't know. I get it. He's doing a lot right now, and he's running it up good for him. But I don't know. I wish he would have paid a little bit more attention to this. Selfishly, because it's one of my favorite artists. But, like...
Yeah. And I fuck with Durk. I mean, like, Durk is he's an old artist, bro. Like,
yeah.
He blew up late. Yeah, he was around, like, 2012, 2013.
He was around Herbo, like, Lil Bibby type.
For real, for like, Lil Bibby, bro. What?
Remember when Lil Bibby used to rap instead of manage rappers?
Oh my god, bro.
Also, Lil Bibby better than G Herbo. That's not up for debate.
Don't get me started, bro. I can't. I fuck with G Herbo as a person. His video, he's a cool, funny ass nigga.
I just wish Lil Bibby could have kept rapping and G Herbo could have been the manager. That's all I'm saying.
That's just a segue. Burdenham's a cool track.
Burdenham's a cool track. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Sissonin though.
Sissonin is some deep shit. That's some deep family shit. Like,
that's
he was unpacking some shit. And I mean, even he said in an interview, like, this song is me talking to a family member that I haven't talked to in a long time that I would like to talk to. And you can tell that shit on the track. Like, it's a good song, but you can tell, like, when I'm listening to that song, I'm like, this is not for me.
Yeah.
This is for somebody else. Somebody else needs to hear this. And, like, he's really, like, I can tell, like, he really wants to, like, rekindle and fix that relationship. Like, it didn't, in on the terms he wants it to, which, I mean, family is like that sometimes. Sometimes you get past diversion. Yeah. I mean, you always got each other, but shit.
Sometimes things just don't crossing or intersecting.
Yeah.
But this is a cool attempt at doing so, because you know that person definitely caught wind of it. Yeah. Probably listen to the track. Hopefully they reconnected.
I mean, yeah, I definitely think it's probably a little bit more difficult on his part, just because, well, like they talk about in the song, it's very difficult because he's traveling and shit all over the world, and then it seems like she's not really fucking with that. Like, she's more like a down to earth, like me and my family, religion, all of that. Like, so she's not really fucking with the lifestyle that he's leading, even though, like, he's trying to say, like, yeah, I'm still, like, it may look like I'm leading this lifestyle, but one, I'm not doing like other people, and two, like, I haven't forgotten my roots. I'm still the same person. Like, you doing shit. So.
I'm not even gonna lie. As you get towards the end of the album, is kind of where I fall off, because, you know, after Cody Blue, but definitely after Sis and them, I'm like, I didn't run that shit back.
That's crazy.
Run that shit back. But
what comes next? Can't Make You Change. Can't Make You Change has kind of the same energy to me as, what is it? Somebody from Never Story.
I have a hot take.
What?
I don't like Ari Lennox's voice. That might not be a hot take.
I don't think that's a hot take. Personally, I prefer Mariba to Ari Lennox.
Yeah.
Mariba's
I prefer
I think
a lot of singers to Ari Lennox.
I don't think Ari Lennox is bad, but I don't love her stuff.
She has like a Brent Faiyaz type voice. Like, it's kind of pitchy and raspy, but in a artistic way, not in a you can't sing way. Mm-hmm. She can definitely sing. I just don't gravitate to her voice.
Yeah, it's not my favorite. Like I said, and I feel like him and Mariba have better chemistry just on the track and stuff like that. It feels more believable. Mm. And I mean, I think that's who's on the song and Forever Story as well. But yeah, I just personally, All Bad, which is the other relationship song. All Bad is the relationship song on Never Story, which I feel like is the analog to is the parallel to Can't Make You Change, right. Which is all that. And I mean, the relationship drama, as we spoke about when we talked about the Kendrick album and shit like that. I just feel like it's a good, I don't know, it is a good representation of the toxic relationship or whatever. And it's a decent song. It's not my favorite. I don't skip it though. I'll listen to it all the way through, even with Ari Lennox on. Stars, I really love Stars.
Yasin most def.
It has one of my favorite, like, I don't know what you would call it, like a bridge or whatever. But the part where he's like, you don't even believe in Jesus wearing Christian Dior. And then he talks about, what we talk about often is the being a Twitter bot.
Yeah.
And shit like that. But no, I really like that song. I think, I like that part of the verse on that song. It's been stuck in my head. That's one of the songs I put on repeat as well. I think that same bass verse on the song is good as well.
Yeah, that's the OG. He has a freestyle with him, Black Thought, and Eminem from like 2009 maybe. I think it was before the recovery, before Eminem dropped Recovery, or maybe that was a part of the recovery run. But yeah, Yasin Bey, he's a spitter, bro. Fuck with him heavy. Like,
he goes crazy.
It's always cool to see artists of his age and his tenure that like do features far and few between and maybe give you an album every few years, if that. But they get on the track and it's like, oh damn, like you're really
you did it. My bad, bro.
You are and you will ever be him. Like forever story.
There are reasons niggas look up to you. My bad, bro. My bad. Sometimes they just gotta bring you back and be like, this is where that shit came from, just in case you forgot, nigga. Like,
and they do it with ease. Like they always drop these hard ass verses, but it's like, they probably just pin that in the. It's not heavy thought. Like, nigga, I woke up.
You know how long I've been fucking doing this?
Right,
I built this. This shit right here on my
day.
fucking shoulders, nigga. You talking about? Yeah, I gotta write this shit down for you, real quick.
Yeah, for real.
Next is Just in Time with Lil Wayne. I love Lil Wayne verses. We were just talking about that. I think this is also the song where he says he wanted to be like Lil Wayne and Jay in it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Lil Wayne, I'm so glad Lil Wayne is free, bro.
Yeah.
I'm so glad Lil Wayne can drop music again now, bro, because it's just been a gift.
He doesn't miss, bro.
He doesn't. And I feel like, unfortunately, you've had a few rappers from that generation that did not age well. And, like, one of my previous favorites, who won't speak about. But,
yeah.
But no, Lil Wayne, he's just a master of his craft. He has not lost it. He's still coming up with new shit. He's still coming up with shit that blows my fucking mind every time he's always hopping on a new style of beat too. It's just like,
and he stays with punchlines. Like, how can you punch? Like, I get being able to like tell a story and like rhyme these words like a lot of artists, but how do you keep coming up with like clever punchlines?
Bro, Lil Wayne has one of my favorite lines of all time.
Let me give it to me.
It's you better wear that latex because you don't want that latex. That I think I'm latex.
That shit is wild.
Shit. That was one of those where I was rapping that shit over before I even knew what the fuck it meant. And then I knew what it meant and I was like, bro, ain't no way.
I like the shit from Carter 3 where he was like, I've been in and out the bank, bitch. Why y'all asshole niggas been on the same shit? I flush and watch it go down the drain quick. 2 words you never hear? Wayne, quit.
I was like, how, bro?
Different with
how?
It, He's crazy with it.
I'm so glad we still... Wayne started getting shaky as far as like what his health started looking like for a minute, especially when he was going through all that shit, like always drinking lean. I think he was going through a lot of seizures in the public eye, at least. I don't know if he's still having them or not, but in the public eye, it seemed like he was always having seizures. I was like, bro, hope he gets healthy. So it's a blessing that he's still here. Like, that's something that needs to be appreciated more because, like,
because apparently rappers' lifespans are not as long as they used to be.
Yeah, so shout out Wayne, bro. Always good hearing from him.
Yes. Next is Money. Money. I always love songs where they like bring kids on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it just has a different vibe. It just kind of gives you that playground like fun, hanging out with your friends, elementary school type shit vibe.
It like grounds the song a lot.
Yeah. No, I fuck with this song. I think it's a good J.I.D. song. A lot of these songs too is just like, it's good, bro. Yeah. J.I.D. raps on it. The beat is good. Like, I'm fucking with the song.
Exactly. That's why I can't even like give a full out quote unquote review. It's like, it's good, bro. It's just really good,
bro. It's good. Like, shit's good. Better Days is good too. Like, it's another one. Yeah. I mean, who's on this? A lot of these features too.
Jonte?
I have not heard of these people before, but I'm still fucking with it, and I still just think
Yeah, Jonte and Raven Lene. I haven't heard of them before.
Yeah, Aaron, whoever is on Louder too. Not familiar with her either, but no, these are good. I mean, honestly, Strauss was the first time I heard of Baby Tay as well. To be honest. So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
She was on that. I could be wrong. I thought she was on the Dreamville project on the Reloaded one, whatever that. I forgot about that.
She might have been, but like with both of the Dreamville projects, there are certain artists that I look for on Dreamville, and I was like, I'm fucking with these songs. There were certain songs out there where I was like, that's cool, but like it's not going in my playlist though.
Yeah, but it's going in somebody's. Like,
It's like I get what that's for, and it's a good song, but it's not my good song type shit. Sure. Louder 2 is hard as fuck.
Oh my god, what a way to cap off.
It's fuck. I'm torn too because I love this fucking song, and like it just every time I listen to it makes me want to repeat the album over and over again. But like. Also, 2007 is such a good ass fucking song, bro.
I haven't listened to it.
You haven't listened to 2007? Fuck.
I need to listen. I'll listen to it on the way home.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, that's fine. I listen to everything on YouTube.
Yeah, but no, 2007 is great. It's just like I don't know. I love
he said that in the interview. He was like, I think it was it the Sway one? No. He called into the Joe Budden podcast and they were talking about his album. And he was like, yeah, the outro is hard, but y'all go listen to 2007. Like, once you finish the album, listen to 2007. It's going to make everything make sense. Yeah. And I meant to listen to it after I finished the podcast, but I forgot. But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about now.
Nah, 2007 is a great song. Like he said, it makes everything make sense. I think it's a great cap off to the album. But I still love Louder. Like, the way it is now, I love Louder too. I think I'll love it even more than when 2007 is on. Mm-hmm. It's also Louder too. Louder on the Never story is also fire as fuck. Like, it's just one of those songs where he's like, oh, I'm going to spit.
Yeah.
Like, type shit. And you just gonna have to hold this.
I'm gonna show you why, man.
Let me... I'm better than all your favorite rappers. Like, and you just gonna have to deal with that.
He stands firm in that, too. I love it.
Yeah.
I love seeing
He been saying this since Never story, bro.
He says it in every interview. What do you think? Who's me?
Me.
I am.
I'm the best rapper alive. Like, y'all just gonna have to hold that.
Version. Yeah, I killed that nigga.
Right.
He ain't fucking with me, bro. But yeah, this was a great album, man. This has been a good year of music.